What a very funny, touching, human story this is. Let me start with Lola, who's your name is in the title as Amber. Um, Tell me a little bit about getting the project. What was the process?
So first of all, we got sent out a script pretty early on. I think there was like a year between our initial self-tape and when we started shooting the film. And so we got sent the script and we read it and we sent in a self-tape. And then a few months later, we got called in for a chemistry read. Hmm. And there were, I think, 4 potential Eddies and 4 potential Ambers. And we sort of read in different pairs. And I think that me and Fionn knew pretty much straight away that if either of us were going to get the role, it was going to be with each other. I think that we knew straight away that regardless, we would be friends. I mean, we sat chatting for like an hour outside of the audition room. And then, we did the chemistry read. And a few days later, I got a call from my agent saying that I got the role. And I said, is FionnOshea playing Eddie? And he was like, I'll check. And so we went, had a little look, and lo and behold, it was.
And Fionn, what about you? How did you find the role?
Yeah, similar to Lola, I got sent the script, and we kind of went through different rounds of taping, and kind of it was one of those things. Both Lola and I have talked about this loads. That sometimes you read something and you feel like, oh, I'd like to do that. That would be fun to do that. And then sometimes you read something and you're like, I have to do this. And this was definitely one of those feelings. And I guess the difficulty is then you have to convince a lot of other people that you have to do it. But like Lola was saying, like when we read together, it's very nice that she had so much confidence in me. I was certain that Lola was going to get the role. And I remember being in the chemistry test being like, maybe if I stay close to Lola, my chances will go up a little bit, because I was so certain that she was going to get cast. And then thankfully we did. I remember she said to me, we had finished the audition and she was like, after we talked for ages afterwards, she was like, oh, well, hopefully I see you on set, which is like a really nice story to tell now. I mean, if neither of us got the part, it wouldn't be a very fun story. But yeah, that's how I came to it.
You guys really do have great chemistry together, and you're doing another movie called Wolf together.
Yeah, we just finished shooting it 3 weeks ago, maybe a bit longer than that. I can't remember.
Way longer than that. It was like 2 months ago.
Oh, was it? Okay, well, there you go. It shows you what kind of grasp I have on the passage of time at the moment. But yeah, we just shot that, and it was amazing. I mean, it was so not. I mean, it's rare you get to work with a best friend once, so to get to do it twice was a real treat.
Had you guys known each other before the audition for Dating Amber, Lola?
No, we met each other at the chemistry read, and then we sort of stood outside chatting for a while. And then during the rehearsal process, we were meeting up and going over things with Dave, which was amazing because typically, especially with an indie film, you don't get a lot of rehearsal time. But we just loved it so much, and we wanted to sort of like give it everything that we had and put our heart and souls into it. And, what was lovely was by the time we got to shoot it, we were best friends and we were like attached at the hip and had all of it. We were able to bring so much of our own friendship to Eddie and Amber, which was, priceless in the end.
Yeah, there's something really endearing about Eddie and Amber that goes beyond, this is a movie about friendship and about trust. And David has so beautifully written this film. And it is a little bit about his life as well. We discussed that when I was interviewing him. When you're on set and you guys are doing your very first scenes together, is that a nervous time for you?
Yeah, I think I think it goes back to what Lola was saying about the rehearsal time. Was that I would say probably I found the first rehearsal more nerve-wracking than the first day on set, because kind of we were lucky that when we got on our first day on set, we kind of knew for the most part exactly what we were doing. At least the scenes that were scheduled for the first day were scenes that we had we had done quite a lot. So so we were like, I remember on the first day we finished, or we got like an extra scene done, and usually on your first day you're like scrambling to get everything done, and we managed to get it all done. So I think that it was really down to the rehearsal. Not to say there weren't nerve-wracking days, but I think that because of the rehearsals, we felt so comfortable around one another, and then also so comfortable around Dave. There was just so much trust that everyone had in one another that yeah, it felt like you could try anything, and whether it was good or bad, that you wouldn't feel self-conscious.
As we wrap up our little conversation here, and God bless you, thank you so much for your time this morning too. I really do appreciate it. There is something really wonderful about the Irish sense of humor, which runs through this film. And I'm not sure if it's something that I could really put my finger on, but I'll ask Lola first. Why do the Irish have such great senses of humor?
I think because we laugh at ourselves more than we laugh at anyone else. You know, we're never like punching down. We're always sort of punching inward. And it's like a lot of very self-deprecating humor. And I think that we also find humor in sadness quite a lot. I think that is something that's culturally embedded in us, is that we find humor in darkness and try to make light out of it. And I think that that's something cultural.
Fionn, you have the last word.
Yeah, I agree. Do you know what came, which is, I didn't add very much to what Lola said there, but I think that just kind of, I guess, piggybacking on what Lola was saying, you know, often like finding humor in kind of the saddest moments. There are moments in this film that even when we rehearsed them, they seemed really heartbreaking. Then when we did them on set, you actually found a lot of humor in them, and vice versa. And you know, often kind of in Ireland anyway, when you're at a funeral, not to bring the mood down, but when you're at a funeral, it is packed with people laughing and finding so much light in darkness. I'm not really going anywhere at this point, but I guess really what I was trying to say is I agree with Lola.
There's the same as me.
There you go. Again, thank you guys so much. This celebrity interview is sponsored by...
I'm Annette Civarella with Pia Anderson Moss Hoyt, Utah's leading entertainment law firm, serving clients nationwide. We provide solid, attentive representation focusing on minimizing risk, reducing cost, and protecting the reputation and privacy of our clients. Our goal is to provide you with the legal representation you need to make the right decisions and to protect you and your creative works. Call or email me for a free consultation.